Where do I post? Where do I post the link? There we go. I already sent the link. Can you check the link? I already sent it. Alright, cool. But everybody's here though, based on player name. They're lucky they have to put their VPN off because I'm not in the lobby. Why do I feel like some of the players is actually quite new? In TDT, the stealth player, okay, so that's Doofy, still remains. Cat Ghost Meow moved to Lun Kitty if not mistaken. I don't know Keto, I don't know Zappy. Who's the support right now? I think the last support was Cold. When I look at so here's the thing, Akina. Just keep it just keep it unlocked but limit to 5 players. Yes, we. Alright. After this, both Ignite and Extreme needs to leave the voice chat once the match started. Okay. Yes. Yes. Doesn't. Fair enough. So you guys, aren't they already here? Oh. Alright. 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 Once we start it, we'll get straight into the casting. extreme. You can. Mm. Oh, it actually reminds me of that one pro game where they actually asked for a pause and one of the players actually had to go to the toilet. I I remember when so there's like a category of a pause usually. So it was under the category of toilet issue. The player would just leave the stage, go straight to the bath, go straight to the toilet, somewhere near around the stage. That's what I remember. And the commentator was also being quite comedic at that moment. They were saying that the plumber has come back. We have fixed the toilet issue. It is a high risk match at the time, but out of all the pressure that came, I did not expect that one. Alright, so we have TDT with Torfin, Doofy, which is Stealth Black. So Torfin is gonna be their support, so it's not gonna be Colt anymore. It's gonna be Torfin. Um, we're quite screwed if the enemy team decided to watch right now. Doofy has always been the ADC for TDT. As far as I remember, the TDT that played in Resurgence series was actually a part of the old Diablo esport. They right, ignite, shoot. Alright, so starting going into the draft, let's see the first ban from the team. Meta wise, I don't think that all the teams are gonna follow that hard on the meta wise, like at least the high elo meta. Alistar is gonna be the first ban. I don't think it's a respect ban because knowing the player are not that known. Probably he doesn't want to play against Alistar with some other pick, which is interesting because uh, when we check Torfin's account, he plays a lot of actual Alistar counter. But let's just see. Now we're trying the Diana ban against. Diana is probably just a meta ban, I suppose. It's common. Well, considering that already, it surprises me that we're saying a Jack's first pick. This is still a flex pick, considering how flexible he is in the meta right now. Now he is better in the Baron lane right now after the nerf to its smites. But yeah, with Hallbreaker making him much more unstoppable. So far the draft has been the right side draft has been like the old draft we used to see, like champions that used to be a top priority pick. Now Ziggs and Jace just makes it just gives an identity for this draft, which means now they're playing poke composition. But we already know that this Jack is gonna go to jungle now. I feel like this is I feel like already the red side having a really blunted draft, just because when you're playing with Lee Sin, you're trying to have a very scrappy early fight, and Ezra and Brand does not provide that. They do actually provide lane prio, but if you want, but they're not really scrappy fighters. They do give lane prio. I mean, Ezra does barely gives any lane prio. You might also just play a power farming jungler like Shyvana and Graves. Actually, Graves in current meta is really strong. So already the champion already misaligned with how they want to do. I feel like it's just more of a comfort pick and rather than synergizing. You know. Now it would be a very giga chat draw from Tera Baap to draw for Soraka mid here. Well, at least a Soraka support because they do need to sustain against the poke right now. They do need a redemption user here. Now we're seeing the set, which is presumably is going to go to Baron. I guess. Are we actually gonna see a Blitz crank? And uh, right, right. So Blitzcrank is being picked right now, and is actually gonna be an interesting choice here. It does have it does allow Lee have synergies with Lee Sin to have that early scrappy fight, and if you do manage to pull someone, Brand does have the lockdown. But I still do think that the draft is very difficult for the red side to play through. It requires so much scrappiness to begin in the early game, and you have to have like a control vision over enemy jungler to keep snowballing that game. And I mean, it looks like TDT. For me, I personally like TDT's draft, but let's see how it goes. We're going into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So actually, this is interesting. It's actually Ziggs in the Dragon Lane with Recall right now, and the thing is that it's actually yeah, it's Ziggs APC. It's really hard for it's really hard for Blitzcrank to do much unless you manage to land a really good hook. But the displacement from Ziggs bomb makes it really hard to do an aggressive play around the Dragon Lane. Alright. Alright. In the meantime, I'm gonna go fix the audio issue. Alright, Flashcard, can you try to say something? I can. Now that's
हाँ मैं ऑलरेडी नया लॉबी बना चुका
Alright,
हूँ.
we should be able to hear you. We should be able to hear you now.
Superb. Testing, check, Evo. Everything okay?
I mean, I've checked the OBS, audio settings. Now we can actually hear you.
Awesome. What is... Okay, where's Lucifer?
The part is full.
I am here.
1 second, Lucy. वापस join कर. वापस join कर जल्दी.
Yeah, hello.
1 second. Join कर.
हेलो फैजगोड प्लेयर है तेरा आवाज
अब आवाज आ रहा है.
हाँ ऑडिबल है.
Alright, let's see if we can have a proper game now.
Okay, going into blind pick. We're going to quickly same draft. Unfortunately, some glitch in swapping heroes, so they're going to quickly pick the heroes they wanted. So if you had to put your money on the line, which lineup would you put your money on?
I mean, TDT's draft is much easier to play, and we know how good TDT is based on their previous run on Season 2. We do have different players this time, but we do still have the core players, which is Steel and Doofy, remaining in the lineup. It is going to be more of an underdog game from Tera Baap against TDT, and the draft makes it, I'll be honest, makes it even harder for Tera Baap to control the game. But let's just see. I hope they can surprise me, you know?
Definitely, you never know, those amazing hooks coming in by Blitzcrank can really change the game. They catch a Ziggs off guard, and that can turn things around. Yes, if you catch a Jace or Rakan or Gragas, or even a Jax, they know how to escape. But you catch that Ziggs might have a lot of trouble. So again, that's why I was a little skeptical about a Blitzcrank pick over here, because even if you have to hook someone, who would you? And would that be the right person you would like to hook in? Maybe they were even better, like Braum was still open. I know Rakan had gone. You had, Leona was also available there. Leona has good synergy with Ezreal. That could have been a better choice for them, but let's see. It might be a pocket strat.
Also, it's also with the recent changes with Blitzcrank. Now he is much more. He has much more synergizes with scrappy early game fighters such as Lee Sin himself. He can roam very fast, actually, very effectively through the river all the way to the mid lane. Now I do want to see if this Blitzcrank is actually just gonna be camping in his own lane, or just actually gonna start roaming. Knowing that he's gonna play with an Ezreal, he should start roaming once he gets his level in.
Definitely, we look at the dragon lane. Both getting their creeps is not. It's going to be a little tough lane for Ezreal and Blitzcrank.
Died. Jace with actually really good amount of resources in terms of HP and mana. Actually, will be able to help Jax in taking the double scuttler. So no matter what how strong Lee Sin is in the early game, once it becomes a 2 versus 3, you can't really do much when taking about taking the scuttler. Now, with the jungle pathing that Lee Sin recently took, he's actually going to be having a really tough time in farming his jungle effectively and have to rely on cheesy guy. Actually, we're saying we're calling the barrel lane right now. Alright, have to use ultimate right there after the roam from Rakan, and that's actually a really big roam, because now Gragas can start shoving this wave, and now he's gonna get a free reset.
And I don't know, Seth should be able to get his ultimate back before the dragon fight. But I thought the initiation was going to come in for Tera Baap Esports over there. But Lee Sin was a bit late to the fight. By the time Rakan had already made his rotation right to the top lane, I was thinking that maybe that was pre-planned by Rakan coming in to help Gragas secure that kill on Seth. But Seth getting to level 5 quick helped him disengage and get out of that fight. But we see the first dragon coming in, 12 seconds. Looking at their position, doesn't look like Gragas is going to make his way. Okay, he's going to recall, or is he and Jace might want to take the Rift Herald. But remember, this is a very important dragon, and no one would like to give up this dragon that easily.
Well, it is. Although it's a very important dragon, you have to realize how much gold you're losing on the side lane right now. It is still a first Drake though, so the value of the Drake at this moment is not that high compared to the gold you're gonna get from, let's say, turrets or the side minion. Alright,
correct, but you have also to see that.
Alright, never mind. Rakan's going in with a Jax Hurricane. Got the kill. Punishes is dead. This side is going on the back line, trying to kill the side. I think he can be. He's gonna die very soon. Doesn't have much value after he got the one kill, but everyone from his team.
And what I was saying is, you also have to keep in mind that you see the top, top turret over here. There's no damage done at all to the top turret. So even if you take the Rift Herald, and you would plan to push that Rift Herald fast on top, it would be quite difficult for you to push, because they would already have taken the dragon and positioned themselves to come and defend that tower. So if you're not able to take that tower and get that first turret, if you're not able to get that, then you wasted a lot of time and you lost even a dragon. So I just felt that the contesting the dragon would always be the better choice there. If that lane was pushed out a bit, and all they needed was the Rift Herald damage on that tower, then definitely that would have been a better trade for them.
Right now, TDT is starting out their Herald. I really doubt that Tera Baap have any potential to actually take the Herald. But let's see what is the decision is. Lee Sin going in, going back out. Sad is trying to kill the Rakan, but Rakan is so freaking slippery. Lee Sin uses ultimate, hoping to kill the Rakan, but actually Azure ultimate managed to do it. Gragas ultimate is being used to split up the team. The hook hits no one. But actually they got a shutdown from it. 3 members died for the Herald. Actually, I didn't see who got the Herald. Actually, can they get more? Oh, Brand died from the overextension trying to kill the Gragas. They did get some shutdown though. That was a really scrappy fight for a single early game objective.
That was definitely a very scrappy fight, and at the end of it, the only reason TDT lost was because Ziggs was not there, right? But Ezreal was able to do a lot of damage towards the tower at bot as well in the meantime. So overall, I would say it's a win condition for the red team. They were able to get some kills, get some shutdowns as well. Now the main point is, how do they get some kills on Ziggs and stop Ziggs in his tracks before Ziggs becomes a force to be reckoned with.
I feel like you have to be very cheesy right now. Alright, they're actually gonna try to get the Rakan ignites. Actually, that's the it's gonna kill the Rakan. Ziggs have no way out, have to use the flash. For some reason, they actually use the mine to actually push them away rather than skimming. That's an interesting flash. He's getting on the brand, one shot right away. And that's a really gutsy play from Zappy, if I'm being honest. Uses flash right away for the counter strike stun. Alright, there's a top lane fighting happening right now. Ult is being used, and probably Gragas is gonna have to take the reset. Seth also doesn't have that much good HP still. He's gonna try to push one way and then he's probably gonna recall after that. For now, the build is really interesting from Seth, who's going Hole Breaker right away. He has no intention of joining his team, and he's probably trying to pummel the Gragas. But if you're trying to play Hole Breaker without an item that can kill the Gragas, I don't think your split pushing matters that much. You don't have the kill pressure to kill the Gragas to begin with.
And that's where most of us end up making that mistake. Like before getting the Hullbreaker, not going for that power spike item first, which will help you scale and take those towers. It's not just buffing your lane creeps that is going to help you towers, but you should also be able to have that damage, that attack speed as well, and then push those lanes, right? So direct going for that Hullbreaker sometimes is I find it very skeptical. And you can see that they're going to even lose the top tower now because everyone's going to go for that fight. But looks like Set will try to go and defend because they're too late. The rotations came in very late. Recalls happened very late. So it was an easy dragon for TDT.
As much we're probably gonna have much more downtime. I say that, but there's actually a dive happening into the Dragon Lane, and as it was there because of the 3-man dive that happened. They're gonna get a Dragon Lane turret. So much gold is being influxed right into TDT Steel. The Jace is becoming very fat. He's probably gonna finish his item. Jack is actually holding out by himself very well. He's probably gonna. Oh, I thought he was gonna live. But he still did well, trading 1-for-1. In a position that actually was very disadvantageous for him. Right, this is the set with Hole Breaker power, but doesn't matter if it's not a 1v1. You're gonna die if they start ganking you. Jays got the kill. Very fat.
I'm still yet to see Blitzcrank do something in this game. I'm not seeing those hooks. You're making those plays, those bush plays. When you have a Blitzcrank, that's what you expect. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing that. And if they want to turn things around, they have to make those bush plays, catch that Ziggs off guard or catch one of them so that they can turn those fights into a 4v5 fight and then maybe do something. Because at the moment, they are getting annihilated. There's a 9k gold difference.
Well, other than the champion drop itself, you can see actually we can't really talk about that. Well, maybe we can because Seth dies right instantly. Probably gonna kill the Blitzcrank. That's actually a really overextension. 2 people's probably gonna die from this. Actually, just one. Jax dies just for the overextension. He's just having fun right now. Doesn't care.
Are they going to be able to take this inhibitor? The question.
They should be able to. It's Ziggs. Is it gonna cost Ziggs life? Oh no, he's still alive.
He's still alive, man. He's still.
Alright, Ezreal! True shot barrage. Didn't really hit the shot. Wait, so
Ziggs boss. He's like, has he even died once? I don't think so. But surprisingly, he hasn't got a single kill. Surprisingly. I want to watch at the end of the game how much damage is done throughout.
Well, Zappy and Steel has been carrying this game around the mid game, while Kito has managed to hold his lane against Seth very well. Actually,
he's going to hook
he's gonna hit the on the Jinx, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. They're just too fat. You're just bringing enemy carry right to you, and you just die.
Evo going ham on the mic, but looks like they're going to end this at mid right now. Jax is going to get that kill on the set. Yes.
I'm going ham on the mic, but not. But unfortunately, Tera is not really going ham with this game.
Can Lee Sin defend this? The Nexus alone. Ziggs troubling him a bit. Are they going to end it? No, they're recalling. I thought they're going to end this quickly. But looks like they're gonna go into another dragon,
It's really doubtful on how you're
and
gonna
this time is the
be.
option.
It's really doubtful how you're gonna be able to come back to this game with like a 15k gold deficit uh, by Tera. Their cheese play is becoming harder and harder to do. It's almost borderline impossible for them
I
to do
think
any
now
comeback.
TDT can take this dragon 4v5 even if Jack split pushes and takes the inhibitor over there. It doesn't matter. But Set leaving his team alone, I don't think they even have a chance to contest this dragon. Looks like Jack's coming towards the dragon with his, but Ziggs with that harass at mid. Easy Cloud Dragon for them. Am I going to see a hook onto him? Yes, there's a
It's
hook.
gonna hit.
Where's
It's gonna hit the hook. The silence as well. Ziggs is probably gonna die. It does the set haymaker, but doesn't even really matter. The re-engage is looking so good. Leeson kick doesn't even matter. No, it does not. He's gonna go down to his GA. He's gonna come back saying, "Why is there 4 people around me?"
this should be the end of the game. I don't think Set will be able to do anything over here to stop them from ending the game.
Well, let's just see the whole
If you
breaker
can,
value. The whole breaker value is coming in right now.
Yo, Evo, are we playing? Our Lucifer's team? I mean, our team Exeros. Yo,
sure, we are
Evo.
on stream. Sure, we are
Huh?
on stream.
So we're
Hello,
on
view.
stream.
Hello, Shoaib.
We're on stream, baby.
Are we playing Exeros?
Okay, so looking at the graph, looks like a lot of damage coming in from Jax. He carried almost the entire game. Look, and from the beginning towards the end, it was I wouldn't say a one-man show, or a complete team show from the blue side. So hopefully we see Tera Baap Esports coming up with some other strategy to make this a one all. I'm going to host the lobby and move into the second game of the BO2.
In the meantime, we can actually discuss what actually went wrong with that draft. You can actually see the difference in confidence in playing the game, especially with the support players. Blitzer didn't really have the confidence in living his lane using his rework second skill in order to impact the melee matchup. It was the Rakan who managed to roam all the way to the Baron lane and impact the Baron lane matchup to prevent Set from actually having a comfortable spot in that lane. So you can see there's it's not just a draft diff, it's also a confidence diff from the player themselves.
Yes, there was definitely a lot of gap in their micro and macro play, and it showed the experience of TDT showed in this game, and this was more like a warm up for them. There are tougher teams in their group. Evo, can you let us know who all are in TDT's group?
Well, in TDT's group, so let me just pull it up right here. So in TDT's group right now, uh, the teams are. Hold it.
So, guys, I'll give you a short brief on this tournament. It is we have two groups, 7 teams in each group. Each team gets to play their opponents. That's 6 other teams in a best of 2. If you win your series, that's a 2-0. You get 3 points. If it's a draw, you get 1 point, and for losing, it's 0 points. At the end of your 6 games, so the top 4 and the top 4 teams from each group advance into a 2 is also quite exciting because you have to strategize differently compared to a best of 3, right? Even one pocket strategy, even if it's a strong team, but if you're not prepared for a pocket strat, the underdog team can even make that game a draw, and even a one game difference can make a big impact on the overall scores and the overall leaderboard.
All right, as we were saying, the teams that are actually in TDT's group right now, Team KS, which they were formerly known as Arcana Volt back in the days. They also have Researchers Esport. If you guys don't know the players in that team, you guys should know it's Nick with the gang with some new players. We also have Guardian of Kitty, 10-year-old MOBA. We're actually having a lot of veterans coming back to this tournament actually.
I think Guardian of Kitty have their match at 10 o'clock. They're playing at 10 o'clock today. Just after this, Guardian of Kitty has their game. Let me check against who.
I think it's up
Yes,
against it's Team KS if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Let's see if the players are ready to start the game. Right, they're ready.
they're all ready. Let's go.
Now, what do I like to see from Tera is that they should just play a really simple draft with good lane prio, especially around the dragon lane, to prevent Thorfinn from roaming around. You know, I would like to see something like Caitlyn Karma in the tournament. I would like to see more of it. Or you know, Caitlyn Lux, something to give your jungler a lane prio, so that he can take the scuttler safely, and you can transition into the dragon fight without losing so much early on.
Looks like they weren't able to handle Jack's last game, so they've gone for the first ban in Jack's, and TDT with their standard Alistair first ban. Looking at I'm wanting to see TDT come up with a different. I mean, now that they know their opponents, they might want to experiment, maybe with a draft, so that with teams that are harder for them to play, they can try and execute those drafts.
Right, we're seeing the brown band right now, assuming that the Tera is gonna want to play some tank support actually, so that's interesting.
Now with Karma and Shen coming into the meta, finally we're able to see Galio. Because there are so many heroes that people would want to ban, Galio slipping in, and Galio is one of the top picks in the Indian meta. Like whenever Galio is open, anyone would pick that, and rightly so, because Galio does so much, right? It has the amount of crowd control, the taunt, the damage. Whether you play Galio as a support, you play Galio as a mid, does quite a lot. Even Gragas now has moved into the S plus tier as a jungler, and the damage the output that comes out of Gragas. I'm hoping to see a lot of Gragas play coming in throughout the tournament over here. I've not seen much in the Indian scene with Gragas being played quite a lot, especially in especially in 5-man queue, solo queue. But looking at the changes and everything, I'm hoping to see Gragas being picked quite often. Saying that Galio was banned, Garen is banned, so I don't think we're going to get to see Galio.
Well, sadly, we're not going to be able to see the Galio, but are we going to be able to see an Ari first pick here? Seems likely, and Ari will be here. It's really a stable.
But the scary part is Ari can be countered with what Teal is showing at the moment. That's Annie, and that's one thing which is little scary to first pick an Ari.
Oh, second pick. Now, for those of you out there, I'm actually a support main. Actually, no, we're not gonna be able to see it. We're not gonna see the Leona instead. We're going aggressive. Level 2, level 3 fights. Let's go.
Your main pick, Leona. Your comfort pick, Leona and Thresh, right?
I do not. As much as my competitive experience goes, Leona has not been well in my memories. I always got taunted on how often I miss my Leona ultimate. Yeah, I'm listening to you, Cub.
But Leona's ultimate also is one of a thing. Is such a thing that it's good for zoning people out as well, right? Not necessarily that you do have to always land it, right? It could be used as a zoning mechanism as well, but nevertheless, if people are taunting you, then I really want to see your ultis.
Well, let's be honest. Yeah, a zoning ultimate is probably just an excuse for most Leona players. Olaf is being picked here. Now, I'm hoping to see a Lulu or a Nami pick to go along with this Olaf pick. Like,
Olaf, yes. But don't you think they'll become too squishy after that? Because remember, there's a Lucian, there is a Lee Sin, right? People who can, move up, they have mobility to catch up to Lulu and get Lulu out of the fight, right? So, do you think Lulu would be the right way to go, or rather go in for a Seraphine who has more of a sustain, has a good ultimate which synergizes with Zaya, right? Yes, Ari does have a charm. On the other hand, you can also look at a Rakan. Rakan Zaya has always been, a good pick.
I still
So
stand with the point that picking Lulu here is very crucial for the Olaf pick. Now, all you have to do is just press ultimate and make sure he gets the shield, he gets the movement speed. All the job. If you have already helped your Olaf, you have done your job. Now the Lulu fan is Lulu having taken a FIFA are getting traumatized with Olaf with Lulu ultimate running straight to your backline. You can't do anything. He is immune to its CC, and he's just gonna lifesteal back out his HP. So we are gonna see the Lulu ban here. They banned Bran, but they've forgotten the Fire Mage. Here we go. Annie is going to the mid.
I'm still looking. I'm still looking at a good Baron laner for them. They have Darius opened, but Darius could definitely have a lot of problem against a Lucian and an Annie because they are two heroes that can kite him. Vayne. I don't think they would want to experiment with a Vayne Baron lane.
If I see a Vayne Baron here, I'm gonna kiss my solo queue. We are gonna see the Renekton blind though. The Renekton blind. Now, I'm gonna give my shout out to all to some of the Dark Phoenix player as part of the follower of Church of LS.
I don't know why this time blue team's draft is looking quite well rounded, and I'm worried for TDT, but that Irelia pick looks really interesting in the Baron lane over there, and now I feel they have a good team fight composition as well with that Annie. Annie, yes, obviously Annie will want to take down that Ari first. It's going to be difficult for her to catch the ADC Zaya or either Olaf or Rakan or Renekton. So that's always going to be a challenge. So the only person that Annie can target at the moment would be that Ari. And if Ari is out, it's going to be really easy for them to catch. Lee Sin can catch the Zaya backline or Olaf. If Lee Sin starts snowballing, then Olaf will have a tough time. But Olaf is such a hero that can make a comeback also quite quick. Lulu being banned is going to make it tough for Olaf, but nevertheless, let's see how this goes.
Now, I did say that in the previous game, the Lee Sin draft into the team composition he had was really was very badly misaligned. Where the champion itself does not say that just have to stand up by itself. Now we're seeing Lee Sin here with actually good champions to play around. He have all the good side lanes where he can do all the scrappy fights before 4 minutes. Can basically sacrifice his jungle farm in order to boost his other lanes because they have the setup. Right, we're going into the game and let's see how it goes. Tera Baap versus TDT, second game. Are we gonna see a tie or are we gonna see a 2-0 stomp?
I'm hoping this becomes a tie. I'm hoping because the more ties we see, the more the table will look scarier. Yeah. Today in the first game where Depresso's team played Bishi's team Skirmishers versus Borgir, that was another very interesting best of two. At least the first game looked that way, right? Borgir did give they had a great start in game one, and it looked like they were running away with the game, but then suddenly everything turned around and Kale took matters in his own hands and turned the game completely upside down, and the game went to skirmishers 2-0. It would have been interesting if it would have been a 1-1, but yep.
Now we are gonna see a really early game from Lee Sin, where Renekton is trying to play so aggressive early on. He's gonna get some of the HP taken away. Left with actually 20% HP. He's gonna have to take the honey fruit, but now it's actually gonna give Irelia the HP advantages. Because even if Renekton fights back and he didn't manage to kill the Irelia, he can always go back to her. She can always go back to her honey fruit to regain some of the HP, while Renekton does not have his. Actually, we are seeing another fight in the Baron lane, and it's gonna be a first blood. Irelia, this champion, why did she get buffed?
Okay, I'm sorry I missed that fight while we were looking at the skirmish happening towards the scuttler. Very important. Let's look at mid what Rakan is doing. Unfortunately, they can't contest that scuttler now. Renekton giving up, at least now contest the Dragon Lane scuttle and get that. Rakan, nice stun on to Rakan. The follow up is there, but is he gonna die or is he gonna survive? He gets they do get that kill. And good follow up coming in by Leona. And that's the importance of map awareness of your support, right? That movement of Thorin moving into their jungle to be able to go and get that stun in. So, yeah, we are seeing a good start for team TDT. Not what we were looking for. We were wanting to see the underdog team also perform over here. Let's look at the fight happening with Irelia again with Renekton. And Renekton slightly behind on XP. Leah might take this fight if she's able to land her ultimate.
Now everybody knows the rules fighting against Irelia. You see the 4-star, you run away. That's the rule. Actually, questionable.
She wasted her. Yeah,
Questionable.
that was just a casualty.
She does have 1 minute to get back her ultimate, but okay. Okay.
But looks like she do it. Okay.
Does it even matter?
No.
Nah,
Is he baiting her? Let's see what's happening at bot. Ultimate being used by Annie.
Ooh, an alpha flash forward, killing the Ori. Doofy really knows how to be a Giga Chat on an 80 carry. Now, knowing both teams how they would love to fight around the first Drake, we are gonna see probably another first Drake fight. Considering it's Inferno, people will always value this normally. Now the teams have reset, and let's see the control over it. Now the red team is gonna get the control over it first, especially if Leona can help the jungler to get the scuttler. But now it's probably just gonna go get some more vision. 3 champions already moved into the river from the red team, and they are gonna get the scuttler, allowing them to have better disengage when taking the Drake.
So is Brolaf gonna do it? But Brolaf already took hit on the head by Annie, and Brolaf being zoned out. Who's going to enter? That's the question. They're waiting for a charm over there, but they're so tanky. Stun coming in by Annie, and the ultimate by Irelia. Irelia gonna clean up shop, gets a double kill. Looks like a triple maybe. and no, Annie takes that kill instead, and kill followed up by Lucian. So 4 for 1. Sorry, 4 for none. Does not look like a very favorable trade.
Now this is the game that I'm gonna show Riot on, like, why high difficulty champions should stay on high difficulty, because right now
Look at how greedy Zappy is. I
Well,
thought he's going to tower dive.
well, Zappy has been everywhere around the map. Like from minute one, he has been in Brownie, has been in mid lane, has been in Dragon lane. He has been everywhere to be part of this action, and his laner does have the setup. That's what you need when you're playing around the Lee Sin. And we're gonna lose the stun right there from the Avalanche, so he's not gonna get another dash reset right there. Highly doubtful whether they can take this Herald. We have seen a lot of people die for an objective. We'll just
We have
see
seen Bro do bro things, and that is why he's behind in gold. I think he needs to stop roaming around so much and start taking, some farm, some objectives.
his blueprint is still alive.
Towards the objective, maybe they can pick up these objectives and at least get him that farm, because looks the gold difference is quite a lot. And Lucian getting a solo kill at bot. Lee Sin taking a fight with Renekton. Renekton moving towards the tower, and this should secure them the Rift Herald.
An engage happening from for the support. Leona, Annie is gonna get the stun on the single target, but it's gonna be enough to kill the Olaf. Now it's gonna be safe for them to take the Herald right now. While they're trying to take the Herald, Lucia already got the first turret, so they already done what Herald's supposed to do. And when the Herald crash, it's gonna be an extra goal for them. Well, Torvin is being really aggressive, tanking the aggro just so that his Baron lane gets the kill. So we expected a better game for Tera, but we did not expect this big of a storm.
I was expecting a better game, so I didn't know it would be a storm. Nevertheless, I think they need to go back to the drawing board, and they still have another 5 more series left. Maybe put in some practice, try out some comps that they are comfortable with, because we are seeing a lot of lane micro difference in you see with their last hits, with their aggro towards taking fights. Tera Baap Esports has been more on the defensive side, and they need to start picking up things and try to be more aggressive. A good kill by Broloff coming over there, but Broloff falling down. Ari trying to start onto Irelia. Irelia should go down easily. They have they get 2 kills over there, but those are just 2 kills given out very easily by TDT.
Flash God, it's 2 kills, but the turrets are dying. The turrets for Tera Baap is dying. 2 links are being pushed in. The second tier is already getting killed, and they already got damage in the inhibitor. Is it really worth, considering the amount of pressure that's happening on the other side of the lane? I don't think so. Even if you get the shutdown, you can't play the game without the structure.
Definitely. The trade is definitely better off for TDT. They get 2 towers over there instead, and very close to getting an inhibitor as well, with Lee Sin leaving the Rift Herald at mid. Now they're going to contest over here the Dragon, and positioning is very important. If Tera Baap Esports needs to turn this around, they really need to help Olaf snowball. If Olaf is not able to snowball from here, it's going to be really difficult. Their ADC, you can see there's a big difference in gold between their ADC. And you see Lucian is way ahead, and with the changes to Storm Razor, Storm Razor has been such a crucial pick on ADCs. I was wondering why Zaya would not want to invest in a Storm Razor as well.
I'm actually interested that she's actually going with the later ranking. It doesn't make much sense. However, stop talking about that. There's actually happening. 3-man knockout from the Grand Entrance. Doesn't matter because the Annie being gets even better. Everybody dies. Everybody's dead. And I think that's the game. I think they can
Yeah,
just
there's
push
going to
it.
be a mid end. It looks like. I don't think they'll be able to come back 16 seconds. They should, or at least get an inhibitor over here. Can they push it?
Tera, Baap, they've done their best. Oh, actually, they're not gonna try to end. Okay. They're giving the respect at least, except for Doofy, who's still, quite close to the base.
Okay, they're going to go in for that dragon. Quickly get a quick dragon over there. Then recall, recuperate, come back. Maybe ready for the next Rift Herald. Sorry, next is going to be the Baron instead. I don't know if they really require Baron to end this game, but if you were Tera Baap Esports, looking at what happened today, what would you go back and tell your team, and how would you brush this off before you move into the next series?
Well, if I'm the support of Tera Baap, I'll just say that, Electric Recon isn't really the way to go.
Okay, looks like there's an engagement happening over here. They're trying to catch Brolaf.
Hello?
Brolaf running away. Beautiful engage coming in, and it's going to look like it's going to be a team wipe. Definitely, they get one kill, but Irelia are cleaning things up, and this should be the end of the game. Quadra kill for Irelia, and that's going to be the end of the series, Evo. 2-0 for TDT.
Irelia is too broken, Ryan. Actually, she's gonna die to the base. The only thing that can kill her is a freaking base. And that's it for the game. 2-0. Congratulations to TDT. GG. With this game, TDT shall get 3 points from the victory in the groups.
So TDT is leading their group at the moment. If I'm not mistaken, TDT is in Group B. Am I right?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, they are in Group B right now, and they are leading because the other team has not played yet. Therefore, I urge for either team to stop playing, to rack up those points, and to finish your game within a week. And that's it for tonight's game. We'll see you guys later.
Okay, did Lucifer start the second match?
Flash God,